You're welcome back again to our kitchen. Okay, so very quickly, let me walk you through the list of ingredients. So there is no meat pie without a meat filling. Yes, so we have our meat here. This in Nigeria, I bought this for about 2,000 naira or 2,005 thereabout. What you just do is you tell your vendor, your meat vendor, to either help you chop it or you do it with your food processor. We also have our ginger and garlic. We also have our onions. These are base ingredients. We also have our potato and we have our carrots. There is no meat pie. In fact, meat pie is not complete without carrots and potato. Okay, we also have our curry and our thyme. We have our dark soy sauce. Your dark soy sauce, you get it in any supermarket. Okay, so in a frying pan, all you just need to do is to saute your ginger and garlic. Trust me, this is the best you can ever see of meat pie. Any meat pie that doesn't have ginger, and there is always a difference when your meat pie has ginger and garlic as the base. Okay, even before you put in your onion. So after I put in the ginger and garlic and it has sauteed for a while, it's already becoming dark brown, I decided to add in the onions. Okay, you add in your onion, allow that also to incorporate well with the oil because it gives a whole different type of flavor to it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be adding now is our meat. That's our minced meat, not blended meat, because blended meat will be overly smooth. So this is our minced meat. Okay, you just add in your minced meat and then you ensure that it cooks until it is tender. Now the measurement for the oil I used was about 4 tablespoons of oil. Now for meat pie, you do not need too much oil because your meat will actually release its own oil and its own water. Okay, so you understand what I mean when while we proceed in this video. Another ingredient you are going to be needing for this recipe is your scotch bonnet pepper. Okay, just for extra spice and extra color. Just like I have mentioned in our theory class, this particular recipe is not limited to whatever it is you want to put as your filling. You can decide to add in your other vegetables like green pea, spring onion, colored scotch bonnet peppers. You can just decide to do all of that. By now you should have noticed that the meat has released its own juice, which is the water and the oil. So you allow your meat to cook very well. You do not want to be tasting raw meat. Okay, then once it is properly cooked, you can add in your curry. Here I used 1 full tablespoon of curry and 1 full tablespoon of thyme. Okay, this is just to give it extra flavor and also very beautiful colors. Okay, you can decide to add in whatever it is you also want to add in just for it to be sweet. I also proceeded to adding in 1 full cube of bouillon cubes and I added a teaspoon of salt. Now in meat pie, for you to get the best meat pie filling, you should try as much as possible not to add in too much of sweetening. Okay, because at the end of it we're still going to add our dark soy sauce, and dark soy sauce still has a way of balancing up your taste. So you should be careful while you are putting in your sweetener. Okay, now that everything is properly cooked and the salt to taste has been is fantastic, I now added my potato, my Irish potato and my carrot. And just like I said, you can still add in other vegetables. This is the right time for you to add in your vegetables. Okay, this is the right time for you to add in your vegetables, your green pea, your bell peppers. This is the right time. Just finely chop them and include them. Okay, now well, after doing that, the next thing you want to add is your water. Okay, the next thing you want to add is your water. So here I'm going to be adding about half a cup of water. The reason why you are adding water is so that you can have a slightly soft carrot and potato. Okay, so that you can have a slightly soft carrot and potato. You want it to be, slightly cooked. It will be well cooked once, you start to bake or after you finish baking. Another reason why we are adding water is so that our meat can, be softer, be more soft while we are doing that. But if you've tasted your meat and you realize that it is soft enough and maybe the water from the meat is enough for you to, cook your carrot and your Irish potato, then it is very, very fine. Okay, so yes, after so much cooking, this is the juice the meat released. This is the juice the meat released. And because the water is a bit runny, I'll be adding a tablespoon of flour into, just a tablespoon or 2 spoons of water in order to, have a slurry sauce. Okay, I'll be adding 1 tablespoon of flour into 2 tablespoons of water. I'll mix that together and I'll pour it inside the sauce so that we can have what we call a slurry sauce. You don't want your sauce to be too watery, neither do you want it to be too thick. Okay, so please take note of all of these things. So the last but not the least ingredients we added is our dark soy sauce. So this implies that the dark soy sauce is usually the last thing you are to add after you have adjusted to to the taste of your choice and everything you need. The last thing to add is your dark soy sauce. So yes, we have actually come to the end of the filling. The next thing you just want to do is to set it aside and make it cool down very well before you now start including it to your dough. Thank you so much for watching and seeing the next one. Bye.